Hello and welcome everybody to the 2954 Snake Pit Classic. We are going to see big field of racers, 17 racers battling it out here on the Snake Pit today. And we have the racers in a grid and lined up, and we are just about ready to get started. As a quick recap, the racers all qualified. We got them, we figured out whose laps were the fastest. So if you can see them right here now on stream, we've got a Group A and a Group B, and we're going to be running Group B first. So first pole position, we've got Tomalu with a 45-second lap. All right, and we are, I think, ready to get started. So I'm going to wait for a go from race direction. All right. All right, waiting for a go from race direction. And let's get this started. Really excited to see these racers come out here. Because the Snake Pit is so tight, we've divided the racers into these groups. So we have 9 running in the first group, and then the 8 faster ones running in Group A. So hopefully that'll minimize some of the collisions, and we have the best experience for the racers. All right. Even though this group had the slightly slower times, we still have some fast racers in here. If you're not familiar with the Snake Pit, it's one of the tracks you can race in Arena Commander. And this first turn is called Drifter's Paradise, and it is a 270-degree sweeping turn, and it is definitely a challenge. So as the racers come through here and head through that turn, they're going to need to keep their spacing while also doing a wide drift at high speeds. And they're off. Tomalu first, that's a beautiful drift. Neogen, do 3D. Right there on his tail. Oh! It's like crash from Tomalu and Neojet, so we've got Dude 3D. Dude 3D taking the lead. Massive lead that Dude 3D has. Got second place is Dude Knightsman, but it looks like for this first 2-lap heat, Dude 3D is going to hit the line first. Going through last bite, that final turn onto the start-finish. Just a blazing fast time from Dude 3D. A little bit about this format. The winner of each heat is going to sit out the subsequent heats. So if Dude 3D wins this, Dude 3D will be in the first grid position for the Group B main pro race. That is just an incredible. Oh! Dude 3D DNF. Looks like may have hit the hill, might have been desync from my perspective, but it looks like Dude Knightsman is now in the lead with Kayla Star close behind. We're going to finish up the second lap. And that is a beautiful finish for Duo. All right, good racing, everybody. That was intense. So it looks like we'll do 3D will be one to watch for in the subsequent heats, but Duo Knightsman is going to it's like take a bye, and he'll be sitting out the remainder of the heats. It looks like we will be getting Group A lined up now, and Group A ready to go. Now while they get lined up, if you're not familiar with the snake pit, let me cut over to the track guide, and you can see the track guide that was filmed that explains the snake pit and the turns and the limits.
The Snake Pit is a tight canyon racetrack located on Clio. It features a low-gravity, low-atmosphere environment, and going fast means optimizing race lines and maximizing corner speed. Pilots can find the course by navigating directly to the Rayari McGrath Research Outpost Quantum Marker or Race Mission Waypoint. For time trial runs, pilots must make a standing start from anywhere between the starting line pillars. Whenever checkpoints are absent, racers must stay between the lateral spacing of the canyon walls. You can fly higher, but not wider. Drifter's Paradise. Stay below the crane and duck under the pipes, then a left turn, making sure to stay within the canyon walls as we make our way to the pinch. We make a sharp left turn, staying below the crane and making our way onward to Nino's Alley. Pilots can run any line to the alley so long as they make sure to avoid infringing upon canyon walls and make sure to duck underneath the crane on entry, staying to the right of the obstructing geometry. Pass underneath each crane as we make our way through Emerald Avenue. Passing underneath the pipe may be done on either the left or the right side of the pillar as we approach close contact. A sharp right, then through the checkpoint at close contact, followed by a series of pipes and cranes to fly under as we head for turn and burn. A sharp left below the crane sets us up for the final straight toward last bite. A final right turn, then through the gate and onto the finish for another lap here at the legendary Snake Pit.
Alright, looks like our racers are ready. We've got Boltok and pole with a blisteringly fast qual time. Looks like Boltok had a 38-second lap time in qual, and Liquid Prime at a 42-second. So 4 seconds faster. But Boltok did have one DNF, but it is late now, so we will see. All right, and all right, 60 seconds to Group A. What's on the line? The winner of the Group A Pro race today is going to take home a P72 Archimedes Emerald, and one of the racers is going to be raffled a Ursa Fortuna, so some green ships as well. And then later on, towards the end of the stream, we are going to be raffling off a Tobii Eye Tracker 5 that is sponsored by Luigi 509. Also happens to be our race director, and that will be a Twitch audience giveaway. So stick around towards the end of the stream, and we will give that away to somebody in chat. And they're off. Boltok staying low, Liquid Prime going high. That is a huge group coming into Drifters. Looks like they're mostly surviving it. Oh, did have a collision. Looks like Phoba in the lead. Kobasu close behind. and Connor Risnick in third. Let's see if Kobulsic can close the gap to Foba. Foba coming through here, turn and burn. On to last bite with one heck of a lead coming into lap 2. Looks like there's an issue with the overlay. We'll fix that for the next heat. But yeah, Foba, massive lead for this heat. Close to closing it. Another thing is racers do need to finish at least one of their 4 heats to qualify for the AmMain. So that's what these racers are trying to do now, is they're trying to just make sure that they finish at least one heat, even if they don't win one. All right, that's a win for Foba. Heat win. DNF from Saber coming into that last bite. Got it there, then Liquid. All right, now, all right, let's see what that does to the results. Send a message to race direction to switch the tool format over. But yeah, that was okay. Let's see what that does for the results. Let's see, so for the first heat, we had Dune Knightsman with the win, and then Starmite, Airside Ivan, and Kalistar finish. So Starmite, Airside Ivan, and Kalistar are guaranteed to be in the AmMain, and we're waiting on the results coming in from Group A. All right, got our Heat 1 group results up so far, and we're gonna wait for the Group A results to come in. Yeah, for folks in chat, anybody you're rooting for? I know I can't say that I'm rooting for anybody in particular, but I do have my favorites. All right, let's see some of these results. Coming in. All right, yep. Win for Foba Bet. Finish for Second Saber, Connor Risnick, Kolbosa, and Liquid Prime. All right, we're getting Group B ready here. Getting Group B ready and lined up. Yeah, that first turn is a big cluster with 8, and it's even more when you start getting up into like 16 racers. So glad we're splitting. This is definitely a experiment with the format, but hopefully it works out. And we've got quite a mix of racers. We've got quite a few racers where their first race with us at XGR was either last weekend's race at Yadar Valley and Gladiuses, or first race was the Startership Showdown that was at the beginning of April, as well as some veteran racers mixed in. So quite the group mixed in. just some slight trivia. Snake Pit was actually a track, if you're not familiar with it, was created by by the XGR founders, some XGR racers, before all of this, all of the pipes and all of the construction equipment was here. And then CIG went through, added all this equipment along the actual track. But if you, the original track limits were, they're a little bit more forgiving now because you just have to stay beneath the cranes, but originally when you were running the Snake Pit, you had to stay inside the canyon and below the canyon walls, so you had even less room to maneuver, and you had to stay beneath the canyon walls at all times. So this Snake Pit, still difficult, still challenging, but it is just slightly easier than it used to be. As an example, this turn right here that we call the pinch, with this large crane, the original limit for the turn, you actually had to get below this bit of the rock. So this was a wing scraper right here. And also definitely when folks had to practice, they were just practicing in the PU. They didn't have arena commander, so it was it's definitely a challenge all around. So salute to the racers who cut their teeth on some of these tracks in the PU and were grinding them back and forth. Really happy now that we have arena commander and folks can get on these tracks and practice. It's made it racing definitely a lot more accessible, and it's made it a lot easier for us to host racing school classes where we run folks through in arena commander and in the PU, kind of the basics of racing. It's a lot easier to learn when you can die and come back in 5 seconds than having to wait a couple minutes for your ship. Another interesting thing is these kind of prefabs and canyons are sort of similar all throughout, all throughout Clio. So you can actually find some of these same canyon networks actually pretty close to this. So there is definitely nothing to stop folks from basically making like a Snake Pit classic. Famously, there was a racer who found a version of the Snake Pit that was the first 3/4 of it, missing the last turn, and they were confused because it didn't match the track guide, and it turns out they were just 3 or 4 kilometers away on what looked like pretty much the very similar copy. Thanks Jethro Vegas in chat for shouting out for racing school. Always happy to give classes. We do beginner classes roughly twice a month. With master modes coming, we're probably going to take a break for May and have classes coming back in June. That's likely what we're going to do there. Checking in on some of these racers. One of the things I love about the racers, I'm missing a whisker there, Starmite. Razor can still fly missing some whiskers, but just don't want to be missing those rear wings. Razor has a pretty good amount of skin. Sadly, none of them are in game now, but even though I do like the default Razor skin is beautiful. I think, is that a Razor EX? Possibly, yeah, I think that's a Razor EX. Great skin selection, especially the red Razor is probably my favorite. I don't know if y'all have a Razor skin that you'd want. It's definitely got to be missing some colors. I myself would not mind a Star Kitten Razor skin. Alright, looks like we are, yep, we are on the Heat Decouds. We are on Heat 2 Group B. So after Heat 2 Group B, we're going to follow that up with Heat 2 Group A. And race direction says 60 seconds to race start. And the fix the overlay. It'll be showing everybody's first lap time instead of we had it in qualifying mode last time. So it should work for this one. Alright, Neojet in the lead, Dude 3D close behind Tamalu. See if Dude 3D is going to take it a little more gently, or if he's going to try to send it. Collision there, Neojet staying in front. Looks like Dude 3D might go for the overtake. There's a DNF, looks like that overtake didn't work. Neojet coming out unscathed. Timberloo close behind. Right up Emerald Alley. Coming through close contact. Timberloo's right on Neojet's tail. Looks like Timberloo hit that crane, went a little high. So we've got Neojet, Kalistar, and a more of a distant second. Kalistar's in there. Let's keep following Neojet. Looks like Neojet finished after one lap. So looks like Neojet's off the track. So that's going to be Kalistar pulling to the lead. Also, Neojet missing a couple checkpoints there. So we'll have to figure that out afterwards. Yeah, so Kalistar currently in the lead. Neojet with the DNF, so Kalistar might have this heat. Just keep together. Don't know if Kalistar knows if there's racers directly behind him. If he knows how much breathing room he has, but could be seeing a nice, comfortable heat win for Kalistar. Kalistar through last bite. And finishing out the heat. And that is a heat win for Kalistar. So Kalistar is going to be second grid position in the Group B main race. Alright, following up, looks like I think that would have been probably a DNF from Ursa Ivan. And then this is going to be a finish for Nashron. Alright. And let's see, we've got Ricky Ticky coming up, also going for that finish. And Ricky Ticky finishing it out. Alright, let's check in with our... Okay, looks like, yeah. Ricky Ticky was overtime, so Ricky Ticky not going to count as finish. Okay, let's... Our Heat 2 results. Alright, coming in there. Alright, no win for Kalistar. Alright, and to show our progress so far, this is what our main races are currently looking like. So we've got in Group A main race, we've got Phobet in that pole position, and then in the Group B main, Knightsman in the pole position, and then Kalistar is going to be second, and then these are the list of racers that have currently finished at least one heat in either group. So, and then this is in the order of their qualifying time. So Liquid Prime, Kolbosa, Second Saber, Connor Riznik, Starmite, Ursa Ivan, and Nashron. So hopefully we're going to see this main list fill up, and then the Pro B and Pro A mains are going to see 4 racers each. Okay, and our Group A Heat 2 is currently lining up. Seeing the grid getting into place. Yeah, that was a rough DNF for Dude 3D, but we've got two more heat chances. Okay, 60 seconds to the start of Heat 2 Group A. Just reminding myself, my one job is not to hit any of the machinery, so we only have one camera for this stream, so some of these shots aren't as close as I would like. Here we go. Alright. Liquid Prime with the Boltok now in 4th. Oh, Boltok and Connor in a collision, so we've got Liquid Prime clearly in 1st, dueling with 2nd Saber. That is very close for this heat. Oh, looks like collision from Liquid Prime, so 2nd Saber pulling into the head with Colbosa, maybe a second or two behind. Coming into close contact here, 2nd Saber. With a look at that overtake by File. Cutting it. Wow, cutting it just right past 2nd Saber Colbosa. That was an amazing overtake. File finishing out that first lap. Yep, fastest lap. That's a gorgeous lap. File actually, if you go on SCR and check the commentator's curse. Say, File is the top of the Arena Commander leaderboards if you check on for the official Arena Commander ones. But first race for File, so that was an amazing set of overtakes. Okay, Colbosa and 2nd Saber coming through close contact. This is a duel. I think either of them could get it. One good overtake from Colbosa, or if Colbosa can take this turn close. Oh, 2nd Saber edging just ahead. Colbosa maybe losing a little bit of speed there. Coming through last bite, and that looked like Colbosa to me. That was a beautiful finish. Got Boltok, I guess, surviving the collision and then head end. So Boltok getting that heat finish there. So Boltok will definitely race in the AmMain. So another thing about the format, if I didn't mention it, the winner of each of those main races is going to go to the next one. So even if you're racing in the AmMain, if you win the AmMain, you will race in Group B's Pro Race. And if you win Group B's Pro Race, you will race with Group A. So even if you don't make it into one of the Pro Races by winning a heat, you can still make it in by winning the AmMain. That was a rush. That was an intense one. So this is my favorite part. It's just seeing these racers who've been practicing for at least a week for this race, and they've been thrown down to the snake pit for a really long time. So this is really excited to see this. I'll wait for some of these rest of the results to come in for Heat 2. And we'll see what that does to the AmMain as well. Curious for folks in chat. Have you been trying out the EP2? Have you tried the racing ships? One of the reasons we wanted to host this race is just because with master modes in 323 and a rebalancing of all ships, the ships all feel different, and it's going to take a couple patches, I'm sure, for CAG to dial them in. So this is sort of a great chance for some of these racers to get out here and showcase the skills that they've been practicing for months. And with how the Razor currently feels, it's just this beautiful slices through the snake pit, and then we all get to experience the new balancing when 323 goes live. But yeah, that was a great finish. That was intense. Sorry, got a little close to DJT Geek. Sorry about that. All right, we are just waiting for these folks to get lined up. All right, and while we are waiting, why don't check out that Mirai Fury commercial.
Ever since I was a kid, I've wanted to go fast.
It's not about just a hairpin or two. It's really about that sequence and finding the potential of the thing I'm controlling.
Being in the cockpit, you start to forget what your body's doing. You become one with the machine.
Racing in general, I think it's kind of becoming an art.
Got split decisions to make. You got to be fast.
Racing is one thing, but racing when you know your reputation is on the line, the money's on the line, you got something to actually bring home. That's the races I gravitate for. The big ones, the high stakes.
Racing is just as much as survival as being fast.
What wins the race?
It's the pilot.
It's the ship.
The ship.
It is 100% the pilot.
Always the ship.
It's definitely the pilot, man. You're the one maneuvering and moving it.
The best pilots are so close in skill level that a different ship can change the game.
Only from Mirai.
Okay, looks like our group is just about ready to go. Looks like we're probably waiting on one more racer. Let's see if we can check out the groups again. Looks like we will have, yeah, looks like it'll be, or once Neojet is down in there, looks like we will be ready to go with Heat 3 of Group B. So we're just about halfway done through the heats. Also excited, we've got quite a bit of different racing team representation. There's a nice spread. We've got, yeah, one from Sanguis Luna. We've got Conor Racing from XGR. We've got Second Saber from Black Star Racing. 5 from Expanse Union. Let's see if I'm missing anybody. Nashron from Russian Stanton Community. And Little Fishy from Black Star Racing. Okay, race direction saying stand by. As a this separating racers into groups is something that's been tried a couple times before. If you've watched the proximity threat races put on by Sanguis Luna, especially the Gladius race last weekend, we experimented with having different groups running the heats alternating, hopefully making that a little bit friendlier for racers who you know, DNF, and gives them a little bit of time to get back to the track while the next group sets up. Obviously, it does take a little bit longer to set up an 8-racer grid, but we're trying this as an experiment to see if this helps with the downtime for both racers and for the viewers. Okay, Dio says listed under Sanguis but not showing under the scoreboard. So actually, I am going to take a second and just make sure I get these orcs fixed so that folks can probably just something going on with my spreadsheet. It's definitely definitely up a little late editing this last night, so you know what it was? The text was blue and the background was blue. Okay, so here we've got I'm gonna fix this scoreboard. There we go. Now we got the org showing. So apologies. But all right, yep, we've got. Yeah, do nice one for Sanguis Luna, Starmite, racing with XGR. Yeah, alrighty. Let's see how we're doing. The grid. Okay, looks like Neojet is on the way. Yeah, with only 4 heats, I just want to make sure everybody has an opportunity to finish one out and get that heat win or get that finish. Okay, looks like we're starting in 30 seconds. We've got Neojet here. Let's get in position to see the racers as they approach turn 1, Drifter's Paradise. And they're off. Do 3D jumping ahead into the front, keeping it tight on drifters, intersecting lines with Neo, but that is a clean pass. All right, Dude 3D coming through the pinch, staying ahead of Neo. The bars, nice turn through Nino's Alley into Emerald Avenue. Neojet close on Dude 3D's heels. Dude 3D coming through close contact, keeping it together. Neojet close behind. Coming through turn and burn. That's a couple seconds between him and Neo. And Dude 3D finishing this first lap, 44 seconds. Oh, I think that was a little bit of desync. All right, we're gonna try to avoid the commentator's curse here, but I think, yeah, Dude 3D is pulled quite a bit ahead of Neo. Looks like we have DNF from Ricky Ticky there. Dude 3D coming through Tinderburn. Through last bite. And that is a finish for Dude 3D. That is a heat win. Neojet and Tomaloo getting a finish. Looks like Starmite flew off the track there after a collision. And Ursa and Nashron finishing up neck and neck with Starmite. Big group of 3 coming through here, trying to get it under the 2-minute time limit. And that is 120 milliseconds past the 2-minute heat finish time limit. That is close, because racers do need to finish these heats within 2 minutes to qualify for the AmMain. That is within striking distance. I think Ivan is going to be able to qualify. Yeah, good racing, everybody. All right, and as those results come in, we are going to line up Heat 3 for Group A. That was almost a time trial lap by Dude. That was beautiful, and great survival through Drifter's Paradise. You know, there's a couple of these laps I wish I had the ability to do an instant replay. I know I don't have the tech set up for that, but there's definitely some of these that I want to see again, even though I know it's just got me overhead. I know a lot of racers record their POVs from some of these races. I'm sure it is really incredible going through the turn and burn. I know sometimes with these races we can get racer onboard perspectives. Not doing that today, but it'll be great to see some racer heats or highlight recaps coming out of this race. All right, yeah, Liquid and Boltok. I know Boltok's qual time was, what, 4 seconds faster than Liquid, but Liquid has put in a good performance so far. So, and then I kind of jumbled it when we were talking in one of the last heats, but yeah, if you go on SCR, File is one of the, some of the most wins in Arena Commander online mode, according to the leaderboard. So that is a very experienced race winner right there, File. So, and you know, if you're winning races in Arena Commander, you're not dying because you're losing time for that. So it's hoping File is enjoying the P racing aspect of this compared to AC. Although I don't know if File does P racing outside. All right, looks like we just 2 more racers in this group. All right, let's check in. Let's see. All right, see how we're doing for the main groups. All right, 60 seconds to start. All right, yep. Phoba and Second Saber are going to be in the Pro A main, so we are seeing who's going to be that. That's right. I guess 2 racers set out, so yeah, we are good to go. Yeah, we're seeing who's going to get that that 3rd spot in the Group A Pro Race. Pile up in that turn. Looks like Kolbosa came out clean. Liquid close behind. Liquid and Boltok neck and neck. Barely touching each other. Or almost touching each other. Coming through. Kolbosa still with a clean lead. Boltok with a great pass overtake on Liquid Prime. Kolbosa coming around. Turn and burn. Boltok overtaking through the turn. That was gorgeous. Coming through turn and burn. That was a perfect example of waiting for the right opportunity to overtake and just sending it right on the turn exit. I know a lot of racers, they hammer on boost right on the turn exit. Yeah, Boltok showing it how it's done. Boltok, one of the nicest racers out there, actually posted a turn-by-turn guide to the Snake Pit to help out some of the other racers. It's in the XGR Discord, and it's showing exactly, divided into sections, where to pitch up, where to strafe up, where to boost. It's just sort of a roadmap to flying this track. So, Boltok, I think, getting that clean heat win. That Kolbosa and Connor going for that finish. Liquid close behind. And head end coming up. Easily getting under that 2-minute time limit, minute 39. Nice job, racers. Clean performance by Boltok. That was beautiful. All right, so I think we're looking to see who's going to fill in our last spots for the. See who's going to fill in the last spots. So let's see if I can go. I can share this. So here's the final racers that we've got in these heats. So this should be heat 4. So yeah, we'll have Liquid Prime, Kolbosa, File, Head-On, and Connor Riznek are competing for that last spot in the Group A Pro. And then we've got 8 racers competing for that final spot in the Group B Pro. So Tomalu, Neojet, DJT Geek, Starmite, Ursa Ivan, Nashron, Ricky Tiki, and Little Fishy 18 are going for it. Lining up the Heat 4, Group B. Looks like I think we still, let's see, who are we waiting on to qualify for the AmMain qual? It looks like Little Fishy is DNF'd in each of the 3 heats so far, so as is Ricky Ticky, so hoping for a finish within the time limit for both of you. Looks like DJT Geek also waiting on a heat finish. So yeah, we've got. So if you're in chat, root for Fishy, Ricky Ticky, and DJT Geek. We want to get them into the AmMain. It is. I know these racers. You know, frames drop when you've got 8 racers all piled into a turn like that. Your frames drop. Desync can happen. The server can interpolate you into other racers. Just surviving some of these tight clusters is rough. So. You know, if one of the legendary fast racers were here in the booth, they'd probably be saying, you know, take it easy on that turn 1. If you're not gunning to win it, you should be gunning to finish this heat. If you're going for that AmMain, just go for the finish and don't risk it. Meanwhile, if you've already finished a heat and you are qualified. So if you are already qualified, then I guess you can just send it and go for the win. Yeah, Foba mentions in chat. Yeah, worst thing was to win the first race. So yeah, that is the thing about the Pro-Am format. And this sort of this is kind of harkening back to some of the more classic races that XGR did, run by Black Mesa and Asashis, is that the heat winners sit out. So it gives other folks the opportunity to go for the win, but it does mean if you win right off the bat, you are not getting the same number of practice laps. So looks like we are pretty close here on the grid. Also, thank you again to Connor Risnick, who is not only racing, but also helping us set up the grid in that gorgeous red skin, gorgeous red paint. But yeah, doing the double duty of having to race and then also helping organize. So thanks again to Connor. Reminder that these racers, they're all going for that P72 Emerald. That's going to be the top prize for the pro race. And at the end of Heat 4 Group A, we are going to raffle off that Ursa Fortuna between all of the racers. Okay, looks like we are pretty close and getting ready to go. And then as a reminder, for folks hanging out in chat, before the final race, we will be raffling off that Toby Eye Tracker 5, sponsored by Luigi 509. Also, we're waiting a shout out to Protostar, the racer Protostar, who sponsored both the prizes with this race. I graciously donated them, the Ursa Fortuna and the Archimedes Emerald. And then shout out to Blackstar Legion for helping with logistics for this race. Who also has their Blackstar Racing team represented out here on the grid. 2 of the members from it. I know Little Fishy has definitely been practicing this race and practicing these laps and getting advice from some of the other racers. So again, it's not easy getting out here and doing some of your early races. My first race was actually on the Snake Pit, and after practicing for a couple weeks, I crashed on turn 2, and it was only a single race. So. Everybody out here is really doing an awesome job. All right, let's see. We got a 60-second start from race direction, so we are about ready to go. Heat 4, Group B. All right, 30 seconds. They're off. Tamalu, Neo. Dueling into drifters. Neo taking it close. Tamalu taking it wide. Beautiful drift there. And that looks, yep, carried enough speed to pass Neojet. Keeping it on the inside. It's like Neojet might have put a collision there. Alright, Tamalu strongly heading into Nino's bend. Couple seconds later, yep, Nashron, Starmite, and Neojet. Neojet with pass on the outside of those racers. Tamalu coming through here, trying to burn. Looks like Neojet might be in contention for that. I think Tamalu being a turn ahead. I think this might turn into a heat win for Tamalu. See if Tamalu takes it easier, or she can keep pushing. Neojet about a turn behind. Coming through Emerald Avenue, coming up to turn and burn, or coming up to close contact rather. Let's see where the other racers are. Neojet's still about a turn behind, but close. Coming through here. Finish. Neojet close behind. Nice and clean from Tamalu. Let's check in with our other racers. Little Fishy taking it nice and easy through last bite. And there's the finish. Finish from Ivan, 152. Nice. And Ricky Tiki coming through. Alright, yeah, I think that was probably the DNF call. That was probably the end of the heat. Something I love about persistent entity streaming. Oh, no, it looks like still running. Shout out persistent entity streaming. I love that there is just a carrot parked here from whatever shard that was still happening. So, all right, Ricky Tiki coming through, finishing out the lap, and there it is. So yeah, it looks like Little Fishy might not have gotten in before the time limit, but we did get Tamalu, Neojet, and Ursa Ivan finishing out, and then Tamalu qualifying for that Group A Pro Race. So that fourth spot. And that is going to be fastest of the fast from today. All right, Connor working on setting up the grid. Let's check in with our groups. All right, so yeah, that's the I might need to. I think the order might be wrong on these grids. I'm going to have to double check that before we go into the mains, because Tamalu should be in the last spot, but it's currently the first. But this is the correct racers. It's just I think this is actually in reverse order. But I think this is our final heat of Group A. I think we're waiting on just one more racer. And then we will get to it. Yeah, waiting on File to come back. Okay, looks like we're just going to proceed with these three racers. All right, I apologize apologize for getting the grids backwards for that, but we will sort that for the racers before they start their mains. All right, 60 seconds to start. All right, this is for that fourth grid position for Group A. We got 4 fast racers. I think any of them can take this one. Just hope for a clean drifter's paradise. Liquid in the lead. Head end going wide on the outside. Cutting in the overtake. Looks like there's a collision with Liquid. Colbosa staying in front. With, looks like Connor maybe had a slow turn through the pinch, but recovered. Colbosa head to head. No pun intended. Head with the overtake. Colbosa spins out, but I think recovers. Go back to the collision point. Can turn around. Okay, going the right way. I think Connor. Yeah, I don't see Connor running anymore. But like, I haven't heard a DNF. I think Connor is still on the track. But yeah, I think Colbosa. They were neck and neck. They were head to head. They got. I think that could just be up to the desync gods. But beautiful smooth lines from Colbosa here. Connor DNF ran out of oxygen. Okay. Hopefully that's in the game and not in real life. For anybody playing from the ISS. Okay, Colbosa through last bite and through the start finish. Beautiful lap by Colbosa, well earned 4th position in the Group 4 Pro. Okay. I'm going to take a short break here and fix up those grid positions because they were backwards, and then after that we're going to come back and do that racer raffle. So I'm going to throw that Mirai commercial on while we take a short break.
Ever since I was a kid, I've wanted to go fast.
It's not about just a hairpin or two. It's really about that sequence and finding the potential of the thing I'm controlling.
Being in the cockpit, you start to forget what your body's doing. You become one with the machine.
Racing in general, I think it's kind of becoming an art.
Got split decisions to make. You gotta be fast.
Racing is one thing, but racing when you know your reputation is on the line, the money's on the line, you got something to actually bring home. That's the races I gravitate for. The big ones, the high stakes.
Racing is just as much as survival as being fast.
What wins the race?
It's the pilot.
It's the ship.
The ship.
It is 100% the pilot.
Always the ship.
It's definitely the pilot, man. You're the one maneuvering and moving it.
The best pilots are so close in skill level that a different ship can change the game.
Only from Mirai.
Ever since I was a kid, I've wanted to go fast.
It's not about just a hairpin or two. It's really about that sequence and finding the potential of the thing I'm controlling.
Being in the cockpit, you start to forget what your body's doing. You become one with the machine.
Racing in general, I think it's kind of becoming an art.
Got split decisions to make. You gotta be fast.
Racing is one thing, but racing when you know your reputation is on the line, the money's on the line, you got something to actually bring home. That's the races I gravitate for. The big ones, the high stakes.
Racing is just as much as survival as being fast.
What wins the race?
It's the pilot.
It's the ship.
The ship.
It is 100% the pilot.
Always the ship.
It's definitely the pilot, man. You're the one maneuvering and moving it.
The best pilots are so close in skill level that a different ship can change the game.
Alright, just popping in and checking. How's everybody doing? Yeah, I only had one downloaded. All right. We're going to be raffling off that Ursa Fortuna to one of the racers that is here. Say hello, racers.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello,
racers.
Hey.
All right, let me get this. All right, let's see. One of these racers getting an Ursa Fortuna sponsored by Protostar.
Roll noises.
Oh, right on the line. All right, File. Congratulations, File. You were gonna have an Ursa Fortuna coming your way.
Congrats.
Hey, Grant.
He just left too.
Yeah, he just left.
Oh, he just
Somebody
left.
call him back.
Reroll.
It's rigged, everybody. It's rigged.
He returned in a few minutes.
It really does just magically detect whoever is not currently at the voice. It's like guaranteed.
GG.
All right. Well, we know how to get a hold of File. So yeah, congrats, File.
Congratulations.
All right. I guess we are gonna. Racers, anything you want to say about the heats on stream before I jump back over into the booth and before we get the AmMain going?
Hell of a lot of fun. Pretty sketchy.
Just good
pretty
luck
close.
to all the racers.
Love this track.
Those are some
nice close tight fights and some pretty explosions.
Hell yeah.
There were some great. There's a couple great photo finishes there. But, all right. See you, racers, and good luck in the AmMain.
Thanks. May your times be fast.
Alrighty. Okay. And I guess we are getting ready. We're going to start lining these racers up for the AmMain. It looks like if File did leave, I think he might be dropped out of the grid, maybe going for the other racers first. Let's see, what do we... I think if we slam these races, we should be able to get through before nighttime. I know Snake Pit, once these shadows start getting long, it turns into a different track. I know that is something I do want. Something I do want when we get over to Arena Commander is being able to change time of day and weather. Because right now, best way to do it is just go into the PU and check out the time. One thing is we do have a number of resources in the XGR Discord to share with folks. One of them is a time of day spreadsheet that is maintained by Aaron the God, which uses as its backend some of the spreadsheets by the one of the exploration groups out there the Meridian Exploration Group. So it will, similar to something like Verse Guide, it will tell you all of the tracks in the PU that are currently listed on SCR and what the time of day is either at the current time you are at, or you can put in a time in the future. And see what time it'll be. So that's actually how we plan some different events and things. We'll put a time in the future and try to make sure it'll line up for things like sunrise and sunset and daylight. But that can also help if you are practicing tracks in the PU. I know not every track is in Arena Commander. So for grinding PU tracks, sometimes it can be helpful to just know what the time is. Also, in practicing for a race, it can be super helpful to get out there and try it in the PU. Sometimes things can be different with server performance. You know, you can take a turn really tight in Arena Commander that the server will disagree with and interpolate you into a wall. So always valuable to get that PU practice. Okay, stand by for race direction. So grid getting set up about as quickly as we can. Check in on our groups, and remember the winner of this AmMain race is going to be in the 5th spot in the Pro B main. All right, so 8 racers in the AmMain. I wish I had this group section, or I wish it showed the org and their qual time once they got into the mains. But yeah, I think 8 of them. There could be 1 winner. Also, there's a 2 million AUEC pot that is going to be split between the winners of each of these 3 main races. So I joked that it was sponsored by the Ninetails by leaving all those hammerheads all over Yella for me to tow out of the way with my tow truck. So that 2 million AUEC is comes from there, and we'll split it evenly. Or sorry, TBD, but we'll split it between the winners of the races. So a little bit of pocket change. I know a lot of racers spend a lot of time racing and practicing and grinding instead of making money in the PU. So it's always, it can be nice to get a little pot out of these races. Okay, just waiting on file. Yeah, the other thing about this this Pro-Am format, there is just the one main race for each type. I know these racers have been doing 2 laps at a time. So for this one, doing 8 laps in a row can start to test your endurance when there's our 45-second laps or up to a minute laps, and then 10 minutes for the pro races. So it can be a challenge. I know for folks that like endurance racing, Anzia Racing, another racing organizing group, hosts a couple races each year, including the Crux Cup, which is a 1-hour endurance race. That this year it was held at Lorville at a track called Gold Dust. Previous years it's been held at a track called the Ahomahi Ring, which is right around Kaplan. Right around Orison, and actually goes through the Kaplan platform. So sometimes, at least when Crux Cup was held at Ahomahi Ring, there was a chance that you would be running the Kaplan circuit race mission while folks were practicing for the upcoming race. But yeah, an hour of endurance racing, that's a lot of fun. If you're new to racing, getting on the track with I think up to 30 or 40 other racers and racing for an hour, it is a rush. There is a multiple classes, including an open class, an Aurora class, and a heavy class. So if you're not comfortable racing the fastest racing ships or want a way to get your feet wet, I really recommend the Aurora class. It's like stock car racing. Everybody's racing the same ship, so it's really just down to the pilot. About making your refueling stops partway through the race, keeping it clean, avoiding other racers, avoiding the fast racers in other classes. So yeah, can't recommend the Crux Cup enough. But yeah, you can. Anzia Racing runs that, so you can. I want to say it's cruxcup.com. And then as a reminder for folks in chat, we will be giving away that Tobii eye tracker. at the end of the races. Okay, no party marker for Phi. I think that's just SC bug. So I'm going to do my best to actually keep File targeted through the race instead of targeting the leader, just so we can keep an eye. Actually, I think Pin might work. Maybe Pin will work. But yeah, apologies to the pro racers. I think we were hoping to get some of these heats done before sunset, but the pro races might be happening in the dark, so that'll be those will be intense. One Dark asked what the fastest lap time was so far. Yeah, Boltok ran a 38 in quali. I wasn't keeping track of the times in the heats. I will be able to go back through and check some of the results afterwards to see the exact lap times. But I would be surprised if one of these laps wasn't close to or under 40 seconds. Yeah, Poe says 323 will fix everything. And Master Son in chat says, and break everything. If you are a racer and you haven't tried some of the racing ships, definitely try them and give feedback to CIG once they ask for feedback on the racing ships. I know currently the Razor is balanced to go very fast in a straight line and has very weak maneuvering thrusters. So it is not great on a low atmosphere track like the Snake Pit because it doesn't have enough lift to pull into the turns and doesn't have enough vert. So you really have to slow down braking into turns. So it is sort of like an F1 car type experience. Whereas something like the Gladius actually feels really good on like 8R in the Snake Pit. So give so yeah, if you're racing and trying the ships, the weak verts are going to mean you're probably going to take your turns wide and end up in the corners. So definitely give something like the Gladius or one of the fighters a shot because those have strong verts, and sort of compare them to the racing ships and sort of see what you like and see how they feel. And actually, funny, the Gladius actually I do recommend as kind of an introductory racing ship. Funnily enough, the Gladius cockpit is roughly the size of a Razor, so it is a big old boat in comparison. All right, getting ready to start the race from race direction. Looks like it's probably going to be about 30 seconds for the AmMain. So winner of this goes on to the Group B main. And gets part of that 2 million AUEC pot. All right. Looks like File had a slow start, but is moving. Connor in the lead. Neojet close behind. Got Neojet using the headlights, the Racer's not. Connor staying ahead through the pinch. Head-end passing Neojet. Neojet getting past there, neck and neck. Oh. Head spins into one of the corners there. Connor Rizek still staying just ahead of Neojet. Coming into turn and burn. Neojet catching up. Phi catching up. We are on lap 1. Lap 1 of 8. 47 seconds out of Connor Riznek. A little bit easier now coming into Drifter's Paradise. Phi close behind. Maybe going for an overtake. I know there's a little bit of desync happening here. Phi maybe with the overtake. Yep, Phi with the overtake. And looks like that was a DNF from Connor, an explosion going wide on close contact. Looks like Phi had a clean pass. File, sorry. And File coming into Drifters. just with the smooth, beautiful smooth with a little flick back. Coming through the pinch on Emerald Avenue. Let's see who else do we have running. We've got 4 racers still running. We've got Starmite, Ursa Ivan, and Nashron. File has a pretty intense pace. We might actually end up with, Fi might have to pass some back markers here. Oh. Alright. Apologies, camera down there. I will be back as soon as I can. Apologies, folks. Okay. All right, Kale, you're live. Okay. Looks like falling file. Yeah, lap 6 of 8. Just blazing through the turns. I think this is looks like we had a Nashron DNF. It is definitely hard with the limited visibility here. File coming through start finish. It's definitely challenging visibility conditions. Coming through here, it looks like this is the final lap for File. And I think coming through, looks like this is gonna be a finish. This is the, let's see, we're close, yep. Beautiful, and there's the finish. That was, that was an intense one. Looks like I jinxed myself. Dr.
Bolin, you're needed in recovery.
I did get the collision. It is definitely one of the shortcomings of only having one camera. Actually, Kale here, I can make you live if you want to talk about kind of what you saw during that race. All right, Kale, you're live.
Yeah, so it looked like we had some people with open air in front of them. I'm not sure if that was the weather. I did see that a storm swept in, and the lights hadn't yet turned on. So I did see that happen to Connor, Starmite, Nashron, and I believe one other as well. I did see there was a collision sort of there in the beginning at the first turn, but yeah, I'm wondering if I'm not in the chat at the moment. I'm wondering if they also come to weather, because I know that this track, just before the lights turn on, right after sunset, it is brutal.
Yeah, I think
with the storms that can pick up. Yeah,
I think you're right. I think we are in that period. Yeah, right before storms pick up right at sunset. The visibility is bad, and the lights haven't turned on yet. I know once those blue lights turn on, it is definitely a lot easier to race. But yeah, that was great racing by File. Just we saw some solid overtakes there. I know it looked like File had a clean pass on Connor, and Connor went wide on that turn. Just I know it's poor visibility, but I know kind of anything can happen there. All right, I am gonna get myself back down to the track.
Yep, and I'm gonna hop up the channel so they can put me on the grid.
All right, thanks very much.
Yeah.
All right, we are getting ready for Group B. All right, hopefully I can get down there in not too much time. We can throw up our results that we have so far. Definitely that was a rough race. But yeah, it will be File in that last grid position. Even the cameraman DNF'd. Yeah, I can't blame that on the visibility there. That was just a piloting error on my part. But I know this is definitely a challenging visibility environment. But hopefully some of the racers are going to be using the reshape plugins, which help with visibility at night. In fact, I might even turn one of those on. But I think we'll definitely wait until the blue lights turn on. I know it takes, I think, maybe 10 minutes or so. Yeah, Saber says the updates and the graphic are awesome. Thanks, Saber. I know, sorry, I haven't, because I'm streaming, I haven't also been pasting these into the racer channels. Alright, now all I gotta do is quantum back down there and not explode. If there's one thing that Star Citizen fixes at some point, I hope it's the quantuming to a party member and not ending up in the planet. Yeah. Oh, Ricky says they have lights. Okay, great. Best spectator spots at the snake pit are on foot. I will agree with that. Yeah, some of the best. One of the most fun tracks are just kind of, I don't know, sit in the pit, sit in the bleachers. I know there's definitely been at least one race where a racer has brought a caterpillar and used the open sides of the caterpillar as like floating stadium seating. I thought that was brilliant. Yeah, I do wonder if that Carrack in the pit, someone put there as decoration, or if that was being used as like a respawn. This was definitely rough race to do 8 laps. I'm pretty happy with the fact that with that grid, everybody kept it nice and evenly spaced. We didn't just have a giant murder pile up on the first turn. I know it's definitely as a downside. It's definitely something that the visibility, I think, ate up the sort of benefits we would have gotten from having a smaller grid, but racers definitely doing the best they can. And congratulations, File, for winning the AmMain and also winning the Racer Raffle. Or the winner of this Group B is going to be heading on to the Group B is going to be heading on to the Group A final. Those 5 racers for 10 laps. Definitely in the environment where you're doing 10 laps, it can be definitely can be tempting to send it, but sometimes it's better having a safe first lap, and then you've got nine more laps to make it up. So just get back in my camera Fury. Fury, definitely an amazing camera ship with the currently it's going to be changing in 323 a little bit. In that it's limited to SEM speeds, and it can boost above them. So hopefully they'll change that and they give snub ships access to, at least I think, the full racing speeds or full nav flight speeds. But what that means is it can't boost sideways and do the same kind of camera perspective that it could before. All right. heading back online. And thanks everybody sticking with me while I'm running the stream. Definitely a new thing for me. I've just, and thanks to everybody that's been helping out as well. Oh, there we go. Finally got my zoom back. There we go. For some reason the zoom was broken on the last Fury, so maybe I just needed a new one. All right. All right, Pro B. Okay, looks like we've got 4 racers on the line here. Oh, and file. Yep. File is there. Just no party marker. Alright, looks like we're going to be going in about a minute. Good luck, racers. Good luck, spectators. Good luck, camera crew. I do love the lighting at the snake pit at night. I don't know if it's a combination of the atmosphere or just the big blue lighting, but it does make it incredible to see and easier to race in. Winner of this race heading on to the Pro A, fighting for that P72 Archimedes Emerald, the one with the green stripe. Off they go. Okay, due in front. See if anybody's going to go for the pass on drifters, or if they're going to keep up. Dude cutting in there on the inside. Oh, looks like we had a collision there. I think that was a DNF. Dude 3D within. Looks like Due and Kalistar. Dude 3D with a large lead that's opened up. Heading to close contact. We've got Tamalu about a turn behind. I think there's definitely potential to catch up. Dude 3D, one of the faster racers out there. So I think Due might be, yep, looks like Due is getting back on the racing line. Might have some damage there. 45-second lap out of Dude 3D. Oh, looks like Due did get the DNF, so it's down to Dude and Tamalu in the Pro B. As I endeavor to not hit any snake pit geometry again. For any of you playing the game at home, I did say endeavor, so you can take a drink of pips or whatever it is that you do when someone says endeavor. I love the drifts people get. Everybody takes such different lines coming into Drifter's Paradise on that turn. I love watching the ribbon. You can sort of see the twisting and turning that folks do when they're racing. Through close contact on lap 3. Let's check in and see where Tom is. About a half lap behind. Oh yeah, Tom is about a half lap behind. So going for that second place. Dude coming through the start finish, starting lap 4. Is that desync? Is that a collision? Okay. I think that was desync. Or teleportation. Alright. 2-3D, yeah, putting in desync aside, or maybe just my connection, 2-3D putting in smooth laps here. Coming through close contact. Dude has definitely put in consistent performances these heats. I know there were a couple DNFs in a crowded field, but after getting here to Group B, it looks like this is a... Looks like Dude will be racing in the Group A Pro. Hopefully I did just commentator's curse again, but... Looks like Tomley should be just finishing up lap 4. Yep, 19-second gap, so I think Dude definitely has room to take it easy, but we are halfway through. Yeah, I think, but it can be in these conditions trying to put down these laps. Yeah, there's 41-second lap out of Dude. I know there's a big gap between them, but it is not easy to put these laps down one after the other. That's also a good thing to mention. If you are practicing for one of these races that has a larger lap count, sometimes it's more, I find if you can put down 10, 20 laps in a row without crashing, that might be worth it. If you're maybe taking easier lines or taking it easy, because you can end up getting to the end of one of these races even if you don't. Might be worth that over taking a lap line that's a second per lap faster, or a couple seconds. Just getting that reliability down, just being able to pull these turns in the same way. Time. One of the best turns in SC racing, Drifter's Paradise. That big 270-degree drift. Yeah, 20. It looks like Dude's put a couple seconds on Tomalu. Let's see where Tomalu's at. Alright, Tomalu coming through the pinch. Dude 3D starting lap 8. Let's see if I can get them both on screen. Might have been a spectator crash there. Spectator DNF. Let's just watch Tomalu in comparison. Looks like starting to turn maybe a little earlier. Like doesn't carry as much speed through the drift as Dude 3D, but it's still a safe line. That turn right there, the pinch, you can sort of see as it is. Oh. Looks like I focused on Tomalu and we missed Dude 3D, so it looks like that was the DNF out of Dude 3D, and so it is Tomalu. If Tomalu can finish, Tomalu's on lap 8, so I think if he can finish lap 8, he will be ahead of Dude 3D and he will take the win. Looks like that is the. Yeah, Tomalu's sort of keeping it kind of like a yaw. I think coming through drifters. Oh, looks like we went off the track a little bit. We're taking a minute. I think that might be race direction calling it. I would guess, because it looks like he just sort of stopped at that lap. I will check in with race direction real fast. But I think that was probably race direction calling the race. Stand by. Okay, yep, race direction called it. That is a win for Tomalu. Last racer standing. So congrats, Tomalu. Tomalu is going on to Group A. Apologies to Dude 3D for the commentator's curse. Yeah, needs to refuel after all that. Yep, Tomalu's going to go refuel, and we are going to get ready get ready for the Group A Pro. Again, I want to shout out everybody that's helped supported this race. We've got Protostar, again, that Protostar donated the P72 Emerald and the Ursa Fortuna, the racer raffle, so the P72 Emerald going to the winner of this race. Luigi 509 sponsoring with the Toby, which we will give away shortly, so stand by. We're going to choose a time to give that away, but it will be, if you're in chat, drop a message in chat, say hi, be active. It will be going to folks that are active in chat. Let's see, try to see if I can find some of these ship corpses here. Just something that's nice. Once they did PES, they made the ship wreckage hang out, and we can definitely see some of the spots on the track where we've had quite a few collisions. Looks like we're getting Group A ready to go, and we will do the Toby giveaway after the end of the Group A race, because it looks like they are pretty close to being ready to go. And yeah, there are quite a few Razor corpses. I think if we look at this part, yep, this part in Drifter's Paradise, it is a graveyard of our brave and intrepid racers. Just you can apparently, if you're wondering where people DNF'd on this track, it is here. I guess some of that's wreckage that's built into the track, but they're making it look blended in. It's I think next person that comes to the PU and runs this track is maybe gonna wonder why there's what 20 plus Razor corpses. All right, let's check in with our standings. Right up here we've got, oh, and it's throw Tomalu in there. Tomalu in the last spot on the main grid. So right, pro AmMain. This one is going to be for the P72 Emerald, and then part of that 2 million AUEC. And after this, we will give away that Toby Eye Tracker 5 to somebody that's in chat. Thank you everybody for sticking with the broadcast, sticking with the stream, sticking with the racing, sticking with the practicing. These big events are really, just possible through all of you that show up to watch, cheer on your favorite racers, to the racers that put in countless hours practicing, grinding, splatting themselves against walls. And we just get to enjoy these events, and everybody gets to enjoy some of the fastest and closest racing that you can get out there and do. And I think we are okay. We've got Phoba, Second Saver, Boltok, Kolbosa, and Tamulu in the last spot. So just waiting for Tamulu to finish that refuel. I know if there's one thing Star Citizen does, it's can sometimes mess you up when refueling, or it can just take longer than you intended. So if I could wish for one thing, it would be being able to just grab the hose, plug it into my ship, and transfer it manually, because I know sometimes the automated services bug out. Yeah, and for anybody that wants to get into racing, discord.gg/XGR. I think we have a command that we can throw that in the channels, but yeah, hop in. We've got beginner racing classes. We've got lots of friendly racers. There's also a website, scr.gg. And you can see time trial videos and track guides for a lot of the tracks out there that are in the PU that aren't even in Arena Commander, as well as you can submit your own times and videos on the Arena Commander leaderboards. So you can do offline recordings. We also have a couple channels on XGR, like the Racing School channel or the track-specific channels. You can post a video, ask for feedback, I know one of the racers, a little fishy, or a couple racers have posted in there, and Boltok actually basically posted a guide on breaking down and how to race the snake pit. So we've got a lot of fast and helpful racers that are here to help you sort of get into racing and enjoy it. And yeah, this will be a 10-lap race. Oh, poor Pho. Yeah, Phoba's feeling a little cold for the track after spectating for an hour. Apologies, Phoba. Phoba winning the first heat of the first group has been patiently watching and watching the other racers go. And so best of luck. You got this, Phoba. As when we do our beginner racing classes, we usually do group racing starts at the end of class, and I'm always hoping for everybody to have a clean turn 1 and make it through the rest of the laps. So this Group A Pro Main, may you all have a clean and smooth turn 1, and may there be a P72 with a green stripe waiting for you on the other side. Good luck, racers. Master Sunshine bets that no one will survive 10 laps, so there you go, racers. Prove Master wrong. It is tough in this visibility and with these other racers. I know it can be hard to do 10 laps in a row without DNFing, even by yourself on the track. One strategy I know that I do if I'm nervous and I'm cold on the track is I'll treat one of these first 2 laps in the main race as kind of a warm-up. You know, just not taking it too easy, but just trying to survive it. Sort of warming up, and then I can send it on the later laps. Yeah, good luck to the racers. It's been a long day of racing. We've got some fast racing, and we've got the fastest and most consistent. It looks like Boltok is going to be waiting for that moment to overtake. Looks like Second Saber takes a little low through close contact. Boltok looking at the lead. Looks like Second Saber went high, maybe avoiding the collision there. Boltok now in the lead, followed closely by Kobasa and Phobabet. Boltok coming through, starting lap 2. Kobasa and Phobabet looks like they have very similar pace. Boltok with just a clean through drifters. No room to breathe though. This is 3 racers in a tight pack. I'm praying that Kobosa and Phoba can stay far. Yep, keep enough separation that they can stay in the running. We've got quite a few more laps to go. Looks like Boltok pulled quite ahead there. And all right, only about 0.8 seconds separating Phoba and Kolbasa. Boltok then with a couple seconds in the lead.
Leaders on lap 4.
stream down.
Come on, stream. All right, I think it's back. Okay, thank you all. But yeah, give it a refresh. Okay, oops, Second Saber maybe had a bit of a collision there, but still in it. I think Second Saber definitely playing it safe and going for a finish. Boltok clean through the pinch, or sorry, through turn and burn. Looks like collision, Phoba collision. 39 seconds out of Boltok. There we go. That is almost as fast as that time trial lap. Let's see if we can see where Phoba ended up. Oh, looks like Second Saber also a DNF. That might have been Phoba. That might have been Phoba Saber. We'll have to see. Too many. There we go. Boltok again. Alright, coming through the turn and burn. Down to 2 racers. Boltok on lap 8. There are 3 laps to go. Boltok, occasionally accused of being a robot, but puts down very clean laps. If you go on scr.gg and check out some of Boltok's time trial runs, you can see extremely smooth TVI movement and racing in general. So Boltok makes it look smooth and easy, very precise. And we can sort of see that here on display, just with that gentle yaw through drifters. Back through the pinch. Boltok on lap 9, 2 laps to go. Kobosa about 20 seconds down. Right, 15 seconds down. Boltok coming here. We're about to get that last lap. Just Boltok rolls well before the turns. It's definitely something you can do. With how powerful these ships are, there's often no reason not to roll early and just set your setup perfectly for the turn. Through the pinch. Nice and easy. 10th lap. Through here, all I have to do is just not hit the other camera person, keep the stream connected. Let's watch Boltok take this final lap, 10 laps across the line. Through last bite, and that is a finish for Boltok. 7 minutes, 10 laps. The Razor Snake Pit. Let's follow Kobasa, going for that second place, last straight. Just punch it. Go through all the boost, last bite, final turn, and across the line. Great finish out of Kobosa. Great racing, everybody. That was That was incredible. As you can see, it's hard racing in these conditions, even if you've got clean air and the track's clear. You know, these racers got to deal with frames per second. They've got to deal with you know, drops. They got to deal with the weather. They got to deal with the visibility. Sometimes even up here it can look clear. It can be storms down the track. So really amazing achievement for everybody. And also everybody survived lap 1. We got through 3 laps, 5 laps, and 6 laps. So great racing, everybody. All right, I think now is about time to get ready to do that giveaway. So audience members, you know, folks in chat, might take me a second. Let me get this spun up. And actually, let me show the results then again.
Hey.
Hey. Hi, Luigi.
Yeah, you ready?
Yep, I think we are ready to do that Twitch giveaway.
Just
so
waiting for the stream to come back. Alright, we're back. Hello, everybody.
Hey, everybody. All right, I think we are ready to do that Toby giveaway.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and we appreciate it. And thank you for Steve for hosting this. So yeah, just type in chat. Steve, you take it away.
Okie doke. All right, I guess yeah, everybody throw a message in chat if you want to get it on this giveaway, just to make sure it all comes up. Everybody comes up. All right. All right, yeah. Everybody throw in name your favorite racer. Throw that in chat. And then, yep. Okay, I'm seeing folks getting in there.
Steve,
all right.
I can't even see the screen.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Thank you, Bull Talk. Congratulations.
Let's do it. Yep, congratulations, Bull Talk. All right. Okay, I see Ricky DeRuch is the Ricky DeRuch is the winner of the Toby.
Congratulations, Ricky. Just
congratulations, Ricky.
Contact Luigi509 at the XGR Discord, and then we'll mail the Toby device to you.
Yep, Ricky, you won the Toby Eye Tracker 5. Yep. All right, I want to say congratulations. Throw the results up again. Congratulations, Bull Talk. Great racing to everybody in the Pro A main race. Congratulations, Tamu, for winning Pro B, and congratulations, File, for winning the AmMain. These are rough races with the visibility, and thank you everybody on the stream for sticking with the technical issues. Don't know why my bandwidth was dropping pretty hard there, but I think we're good. And if Luigi, you want to do shout out to anything?
No, just thank you, and don't forget to join the racing school, and want to thank all the racers that we actually have participate with us today. So those are the actual shout outs that I want to go to. So Bull Talk, Connor Isdick, Jers Knightsman, DGT Geek, Dude 3D, File, Full Babette, Head On, Colbosa, Liquid Prime, Kaylee Star, Little Fishy 18, Nashron, Neojet, Tomolu, Starmite, Second Saber, Rikitiki, Airspy, Yvonne, and CCC. Thank you, everyone.
All right, thanks everybody. Thanks for watching. Call it. Can't wait for the next one. I know there'll be plenty more racing once 323 drops. All right, take care, and 07.